John here. Welcome to Part 3, Lesson 13, Sales and Marketing. This lesson I'll discuss understanding the difference between sales and marketing, finding the best salespeople and getting them to work for you. Discuss the 8 stages of a sales presentation. Talk about figuring out how to market your company. Talk a little bit about the Chief Marketing Officer, who's responsible for all sales and marketing. I'm a radio guy, so we'll talk about the understanding the value of radio advertising and working with a marketing budget. Sales and marketing are often big expenses in businesses, no question. They're very important. Without them, you would have little or no income. Marketing and sales are different things. Selling, or sales, is the selling of your product. It's the actual process of what a salesperson does to show your product to potential customers and convince them to buy it. If you do retail sales, that is the person who does the selling in your store or shop. If you do computer sales, it is the expense of the website, not the making of the website, that is marketing, but all the other expenses. Marketing is the advertising and promotion of your business. Marketing is the running of the radio ad, the cost of the ad, the price you pay to have your ad run on the radio. In print, the marketing is the cost of the print ad and the cost of running the ad in the print media. Marketing is the sign you put on your shop. Marketing is all the costs you spend on making customers aware of your product or services. All your advertising expenses are marketing expenses. Finding good salespeople. Good salespeople are essential to any business. Salespeople are the front line of your business. They work with customers, making them want to buy. Salespeople have one of the biggest impacts on your income. Not everyone is a good salesperson. Salespeople are hard to find. And sales is really one of the toughest jobs in business. It's important to keep on top of your sales team or staff, constantly reviewing the process and measuring the results. Treat your good salespeople well, for they are bringing in the money for your company. Now, pretty much every sales process is the same. This is kind of important. This is my 8 steps in a sales process. Determining your marketing strategy. There are many choices when it comes to marketing your product or service. Best advice is to learn as much as you can about each type. Start small. No full-page ads and print publications, because you don't know what to write, you don't know how to write an ad, and you don't know what kind of ad works for your product or service because you're brand new. At the Vermont Teddy Bear Company, I used all types of advertising. Public relations, television, print ads, radio ads. We advertise on buses, billboards, and subway cars. I even used to have an NASCAR sponsorship. I measured everything, how much it cost and what return it brought to the company. It took me a while to find the right ads that worked, but when I found them, I kept on using them. You know, we've all heard of the Geico ads, and the Geico company a long time ago came up with a brilliant ad that says 15 minutes can save you 15% or more. You hear that in every ad that they do. At the Vermont Teddy Bear Company, I had taglines just like that. Ours was send love, the bears will hug forever, things like that. I used the same things that worked for me over and over again. Again, it took me a while to learn what they were. The Chief Marketing Officer is responsible for all sales and marketing. Chief Marketing Officer responsibilities include making the sales goals set by the CEO or the boss. The CMO needs to produce a marketing plan, an advertising plan, needs to produce a marketing plan that includes advertising, things like public relations, social media, things like that. The CMO is responsible for the company image, and the CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer, is responsible for the company's brand. Is it better? Is it cheaper? Better quality? Things like that. The marketing plan. In order to do a marketing plan, you need to answer 2 questions. Who do you want to reach? And once I reach them, what do I want them to do? A marketing plan includes everything from understanding your target market and your competitive position in that market to how you intend to reach that market and differentiate yourself from your competition in order to make the sale. Your small business marketing budget should be a component of your marketing plan. Essentially, it will outline the cost of how you're going to achieve your marketing goals within a certain time frame. Advertising. Each type of media requires a massive amount of testing, learning, research, and reading results. Just because you paid for an ad doesn't mean that people will respond to that ad. Always test small. When you test small, you don't spend a lot, but you still can find out if that ad that you created works. Test, test, test. Always keep on testing. Print media is very difficult, in my opinion, to become good at for a number of reasons, especially when you're starting out. You don't know what it is that your customers will respond to, and because you're brand new, you have to advertise over and over and over again for that customer to see your ad. Signs and billboards are almost the same thing as print ads. You need to do a lot of it in order for the customer to respond. Direct mail is very expensive and oftentimes does not produce the results you think. There's TV, there's radio, there's the internet. Each one of these medias require an immense amount of understanding and testing. Radio is my favorite media. One thing about radio is in order to advertise on radio, you don't really have to pay to produce the radio ad. In other words, you could tell a radio station, this is what I want you to say it. They'll either produce the ad or have the announcer read the ad, and you're not paying for the production of the ad. You're just paying for everyone to hear the ad, which actually saves you a lot of money. There's a lot of ways to test on radio and stay small. Little known facts are that you can advertise overnight. A lot of times radio stations try to sell you like a complete package. Don't ever buy that. If you're planning on buying on radio, please ask me how to do it. Attend my meetings, attend my online sessions, and we'll talk radio together. Your advertising and marketing budget is a percentage of your total income. It's logical that the more you spend in advertising, generally the more sales you'll have. But you should be aware that the percent you spend needs to be less than the total income or you'll be out of business quickly. My formula for selling at the Vermont Teddy Bear Company was I spent 40% on marketing and sales. 25 of the 40%, I spent 25% on marketing, which included advertising, and 15% of my income on sales, which included the website, all salespeople, and all the phone costs that went along with it. So out of my 100% of my income, 40% went to sales and marketing. The other two expenses were 40% cost of goods sold. It cost me 40% to make my bears and ship them out the door. And I had 11% general administrative costs, which left 9% profit. I made sure that every month I stayed within this formula. It will take you a while to figure out what your formula is, but once you get it, your business will prosper and grow. The key to any business is the formula, getting the formula right. By the way, increasing your sales price will greatly affect your formula. So sometimes if you're not making as much money or you need to spend more money on marketing, the chances are you might need to increase the price of your product also. Don't be afraid to do that. Now, a little word about marketing experts you might hire. A marketing company's goal, like somebody down the street who's doing marketing, is for you to buy their services. The marketing company's goal is not the same as your company's goal, which is to make the sales goals. A marketing company's goal is just to get you to buy their marketing services. So let's just say you have $10,000 marketing budget, and a marketing company takes $5,000 of that. That leaves you only $5,000 left over to advertise. If you did that yourself and you worked out all those plans yourself, you can use the whole $10,000 to advertise and not waste that $5,000 with a marketing so-called expert. And by the way, I don't think there are a lot of marketing experts out there in marketing companies. And probably you're too small to really get their attention. I don't recommend hiring marketing experts. That's all for now. We'll see you in the next lesson. Lesson 14, cost of goods or services.